Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Liluy Nishmas Mordechai. Welcome. You're from in the back. You're from Lakewood. Yes. Shalom Aleichem. Okay, yeah. No, same person. Because this is special Hadras Punim. Yeah. I remember. Gedank. Shalom Aleichem. How are you? I haven't seen you. I haven't seen you in ages. You've been very tired lately. Let's see, Givaldik. L'chvay Rebelli. Our son Shalom Aaron has enjoyed coming home from Cheder. He's only in Kita Gan and is asking for his own Gemara, having an Artik, and learning MDY with me. He particularly enjoys the opening niggin and sings it around the house. That's your niggin. Thank you for making the shir as informative and entertaining as possible for young and old alike. Michal Green, Ramat Eshkol Yerushalayim. So that's pretty young, but here we have even younger. Let me just get to it. Oh, here. It has audio. No, I see you don't have audio. You have audio now? Let's go. Let's see.
Shulam. Good morning, Rabbi.
No audio. Okay, no audio today. Yeah. Wow. Penny from Hong Kong. We have Penny from Hong Kong. And we also have another very cool place. Wow, Geshmake Daf, Chof Aleph. It's even Geshmake when you have a new Tino Yishal Beis Rabban video attached just for information. The Shir Mamish soothed him and he fell asleep. Don't try this at home. The rest of you loved him. This he had a baby boy. Congratulations to Rabbi Yossi on the new position. I have a project for you. Baruch Hashem, the Olam is sending in projects. All projects are welcome. The more, the better. I mean, he doesn't have anything on his plate. Yishkoyach. You know what? I have a project for you, Penny. Why don't you take something on and go with it? Why is it his, everything him? Because he volunteered to do it. That's why everything is him. So they should chop themselves and do something. I'm sure Yossi will be fine with it. Okay, what's the new project? You know, there's so much amazing content, charts, pictures, animations, and all the shots, but it can be hard to access it. True. MDY should build a website, database, an archive, where you can find the contents for each daf by searching for the daf. This could also be expanded to the categories by topic. For example, if you want to learn the topic of Tumah Meiser, try to. Okay, I'm sure this will be Teilas and Lamdi Torah.
You should take it on.
Of course. First of all, we have an app. It's in the app. It's all categorized in the app, but the app is a little schwach, and we're working on a new app. I have to say that Dave Sharfman from the Hebrew Shir, he developed a robot. Him and his friends. For the Hebrew Shir, obviously it's going to go to everyone. They're testing it out now that you have in WhatsApp. If you have WhatsApp, you have this robot and you push it. All you need to do is tell the robot one daf, any daf you want in Shas. You do Shabbos Yud Gimel. Poof, the shir comes immediately, comes to your phone. So you can do Shabbos Yud Gimel pictures. Boom, comes. So that it's in the works. Dear MDY family, I'm a Melamed for 10 years. What?
Jokes and stories in the app.
Jokes and the stories about it. I'm allowing for 10-year-old boys. I love this shiur and actually started that this week. Thank you so much. I love the sheets, pictures you show. They really enhance the learning experience. It just brings you in. I'm writing to inquire if you'd be willing to share the materials of Masechet Zechariah. Here's another person. And also Perek Luva Gazel, Masechet Sukkah with me. Why not? Just, you have to go on the app. That's where I think that also on, okay, I don't want to say the other thing. He's wrote, because it's an app that it's not such the most kosher. It's worse than WhatsApp. These resources would greatly assist in making learning easier and more engaging and fun for my Talmidim. Your help with this would mean a lot to me and would greatly improve in learning in class. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. Nisano Steinmetz from Lakewood, New Jersey. A shochan of our guest over here. P. Buzz Greenberg. So I'm reading this only because of where he's from. The famous saying, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person. There's only one rebellion, a Rosh Shiva for Yeshiva MDY. May Hashem open your heart, bestowing brachas more fully to make this dream come true, and the schut spread the light of Torah to save more neshamas capturing the gullahs at the time where you're lost into. Chazak u'barach mamish. Representative from Costa Rican MDY contingency, Costa Rica. Every person dies, not every person really lives. That's how he signs up his thing. Watching the daf on a cruise ship currently in the Caribbean, Tzvi Statfeld. He's living because he's doing the daf. Rabbi said the Oilam didn't know what Russell is. Russell's Pashat, it's a Belz Machal. Every Belz Chassid knows. Now the Chassidim that used to eat in the Belz Glitzi every Friday. Fried onions till a little brown. Put in the chicken wings nice and misader. You have to be misader. M-E-S-I-D-E-R. Misader. Misider. You have to be misider it. Close the pot, wait for natural fat and water to cover the wings. Then you put fresh garlic, spices, salt, paprika, black pepper, garlic powder, a lot of everything. A little chicken soup mix, doesn't hurt, and a hot pepper. Let it cook for 15 hours and up. Minimum 15. It's usually eaten with warm water challah. Warm water challah, Rabbi Yisai, that's the key. And freezing seltzer. P.S. I'm an MDY Visions Chassid, Shimi Braun. Chassid. So he's saying even though he's a Vishnitz, he knows about Belz and Machulim. Actually, I resort my summer job. Rabbi says, so we have a thing from Paris Chaim Levin here. He says that he did this whole Pirchei program and he asked them questions in learning. So one of the questions is, talking about a Metzora and all these things, who has to put blood on their right ear? So here's the answer from one of the Talmidim, Donald Trump. Rabbi Isai, this has no volume. I just want to tell the Olam over here that this Motzei Shabbos, this is not negeh for you, and all the other chevra, but this Motzei Shabbos, I will be Bezer Hashem in Yerushalayim, HaKodesh, right across the street from the Waldorf, not for Shabbos, the Shir. The Shir Motzei Shabbos at 10 o'clock is going to be in the shul across the street from the Waldorf, 11 o'clock in Hebrew, 10 o'clock in English, 11 o'clock. So if you want to come to Beis Medrash, it'll probably be shown here. But what happened? You got kicked out of your seat? Who's Geshen? Oh, Chas v'shalom. What's your name over there in the end? Viazai? Luftig. From Vanen? From London. Shalom Aleichem Rav Luftig. You have Eniko Stefansky. Osher Stefansky. So we're much related. Givaldig. Beautiful. Okay. I'm related to Luftig. Givaldig. Your boy said, huh? You made Aliyah? Oh, yeah, Eniko Osher Stefansky. Where did he move to? And how come he doesn't do the daf with us? Okay, you got to speak to him. I'm assuming because he would be here with you. Okay, so Nachum, how you doing? Sure. Okay, Chof Aleph Amud Beis 24689 sponsors. You got to do sponsors. For safe and speedy return of all the hostages is the sponsor of the entire Mashgiach. The Paras HaChodesh Moe Landy, Liluy Nishmas, R Moshe ben Shmuel Yehuda, the Mashgiach of torah vodaas, the Rav of Emunas Yisroel. Oh, before I forget, I got a message from someone. I'm not going to say because we spoke about yesterday that people get so used to saying certain things that it becomes like I asked, how come he made a mistake in Zachar? I mean, everybody knows it's Zecher, not Zachar. So somebody wrote to me, unbelievable, that his entire life, he's in his 40s, he said, Efes Malkeinu, Efes Zulasai. Efes Malkeinu means our Kaviyachal is nothing. Instead of saying Emes Malkeinu, he says Efes Malkeinu, Efes Zulasai. Without paying attention, 40-something years. I know people that without paying attention, they skip half a benching. It becomes like a hair, and they don't even realize. If you look in the city, you'll see, hey, you're making these mistakes. This is one of my good friends is in the room now. He knows I chep him, but he stopped. He says, I said, it's not mashbiya. You can't swear, it's masbiya. Okay, you're right. And he changed. But you got to pay attention sometimes. You have to look in once in a while. It's like, how come I finished my answer before everybody else? So I recorded myself. I thought maybe I'm missing the Malshinim or something, like a couple of the brachas in between. But okay, you got to record yourself maybe. Where are we? Yeah, but I'm middle of sponsors because I almost forgot. What? That's later, yeah. Oh, No. That's this thing. L'refuah shleima, Neftalli Eretz ben Henya Leah, a hidden tzaddik in our that was in 1:30 in the morning. That comes with the video. You don't remember the whole. Liluy Nishmas Parnas Hayoy, Liluy Nishmas Zechariah ben Moshe, Liluy Nishmas Zechariah ben Yosef. Parnas Hayoy, Michael Chesal Zchus of a refuah shleima for my wife. Yehuda Leah Bas Sar Chav was having surgery today. She should have a refuah shleima. You guys know who Michael Chesal is, right? The representative of the Everglades. Okay. Tzvi Statfeld, Lezecher Nishmas, our Cleveland Zeidy, Yitzchak ben Menachem Mendel. And the Parnas Hayoyim in Zechus of a healthy twin pregnancy for Miriam Chana bas Esther Malka. I thought it was a secret. Nobody was supposed to know. Okay, say that now the Liluy knows. Twin pregnancy. And I showed this already. Yeah, okay, good. Rabbi say, Omar Rav Huna Bereder Yeshua Chaf Aleph Amud Beis, all the way in the bottom. Omar Rav Huna Bereder Yeshua Pshitali. A few very simple things here. If Bar Mosa, Achrita Motzimakev, we're talking about, can you open up a store, sell things that somebody else is selling? So, as Rav Nachman said yesterday, if the guy comes from another city here, take a look over here real quickly. A guy comes from another city with his goods. You see, he came from another city. He's trying to sell this. This is like new something new that we're trying out. This is like mamish in the beginning stages of it. Yeah. He tells him, get lost, basically. You're not allowed to be here, and okay, he gets lost. Fine. So from one city to another city, aser. One chatzir to another chatzir, within the same mavui, 100% mutter. Sorry. V'yishayich b'chraga, d'hacha le'batzim. If he pays the taxes of this city, like we just saw, then I'm paying taxes. I'm part of the city. If they use the same mavi, there's one mavi. It's a joint mavi. There's people from the chutzner. They have a few houses on the right side and they share one chutzner. A bunch of houses on the other side, on the left side, share one chutzner. But the chutzers dump into one mavi. Then you cannot prevent them from selling the same thing as you. You could open up another pizza shop right next to them. Bar mavoya then avshei le'motzi mak. Boy Rav Huna Bereder Rav Yeshua bar mavoya chrina mai. How about this one right over here? You have two mavois, a bunch of chatzeros. This is how it goes: blocks upon blocks. Each two chatzeros or whatever it is have a mavoi. So how if a one person from one mavoi could go to another person? Interesting. We had a mice in Chicago, in a property that I own over there in Chicago. Somebody opened up a milchik restaurant. So the guy from the other milchik restaurant, which is a few blocks away, took him to the torah. And I know Benzi Friedman, my shutaf, had to go to the torah and kind of with them explain. And they paskined, I think, that you can't. It's a small community, so you can't be open in the morning hours. That guy makes most of his parnas in the morning. Bagels and locked. They had to open. How does it fit into here? I don't know exactly. Even though they live in the same city, the same. Okay. Huh? Yored Luminosai. But this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Yored Luminosai, no?
Yeah.
Not everything.
Why?
Yeah, okay. I guess. You have to know the situation. Fine. If you have a Rebbe sitting in one mavi, and I want to be a Rebbe also in that mavi, yeah, like in Lakewood, it's a big Indian. Like they always are very makir not to open up another yeshiva, the Kottlers, this, that. I think today it's a little different, no? It's much different. And we'll just read this so they take this out. Kina soifrim tarba chachma. This is Kina soifrim, just the updated version of Kina soifrim. Thank you, no. This is, no volume, so it's not really updated. Okay. I don't know. It's no volume. And he put in volume. This guy's in the back, in the plane behind him. It's the one guy.
And that's why I had to put this, otherwise,
he chopped it away from him. Kina soifrim. That is the version. Okay, no, because we had a big kasher. Chaim Snow sent me a thing. He says this whole video is false. How's it possible? I've been on a lot of flights and I never have empty seat. And if there's empty seats, you think the guy's going to sit next to somebody? He's going to take them and say, "Kitzer, kashas." Next, Zog the Gemara, when there's a little jealousy going on between the melamdim, it's actually better. It helps. A little competition doesn't hurt anything, especially in Torah. When a peddler who peddles what? What is he peddling? Makeup. A peddler who peddles makeup and items for women, that you cannot stop him. There's no Yared Luminosoi. Why? Ezra Tiken and Yisroel. Listen to this. This is Takonas Ezra. Ezra felt it necessary to make a Takana. Shiyu Roichlin Magzir Bayoros. That these peddlers should be able to go from place to place. Kidei Shiyu Tachshitin Mitzuin Lebnois Yisrael. You hear this? Ezra wanted that Jewish women should be able to beautify themselves for the husbands and not to make an issue out of the competition. Should be available. So for me personally, I don't know. I didn't really speak to any. I hope I don't get yelled at. I always found it very perplexing that there's actually organizations that pay kalas $1,000 to not wear makeup at their chazana. Like that's what you're busy with. That's what bothers you. That the kala, there's a whole Gemara on the 9 days. She's allowed to put on makeup. Other people can't. No, we are going to pay money that they look as bad as they can look. Because mom, she's in public, whatever the reason, I don't know. But over here you see, Ezra got himself involved in this. That women should be available to makeup. What?
I heard of this. I did.
Yeah, of course, this organization. I know.
Yeah, I did hear of it. Good.
And this is to go from house to house, place to place. To put down a stand and sell your stuff there, Loy, that's awesome. If he's a Talmud Chacham, even to set up a stand, you could. He allowed them to set up a stand, not like everybody else. No one can set up a stand. Your Talmud Chacham will give you a special disposition. Even though it's against halacha, in other words, this is lifnim mishur sadin, says Rashi. The halacha is you shouldn't set up. Your Talmud Chacham, we're going to make a special dispensation, a special yotzim in a klal for you. Dispensation. I know. I said the wrong word. What's pshat? And another nekuda, not becoming very in our generation, it became like taboo. If you're learning in koilel, it's like mamish asa to make a parnasa. You see that, look, people learned the whole day, they spent the entire day learning, but they had a stand, they made a little parnas on the side. Otherwise, how are you gonna support yourself? Today, there's koilim, there's this, that, but it's not like, wow, treif chazer. A papa sold beer, this one did this. You see from Gemara after Gemara, they made parnasa. Even Rava would send out all the time to the Chachamim during the when they had to pick the fruit and the vegetables, he would send them out to make that money. Okay. My timer. What's the whole pshat? Because if you're a Talmud Chacham, you don't have time for this to make parnasa. You want to learn. So if I could help you out and spend less time selling your goods, make a little parnasa quickly. How? You make a stand, quick, chop. Sit there, Talmud Chacham going, knocking on doors. Imagine Reb Chaim Kanievsky knocking on a door. Hey, you want to buy some chveisva, some perfume? That's already too much. Give him a stand, let him do it. I saw a punkt yesterday. I was at my son's graduation. My Lazi graduated from Chai Olam, it's called here, the yeshiva here in Ramat Shemesh. It's a beautiful thing. So they brought in Elio Stein. You know, Elio Stein is a avrech over here. He plays in all these chasanas. But I went over to him punkt because I said, I want you to know, I'm mamish learning the Gemara now. You've been kind of this thing. You put up a stand, you put your music on, you're making a nice parnasa, but you learned the whole entire day. Very proud of you. Geshmak. A guy in our koilel, Avremi, you know Avremi. What's his last name? No, Avremi. Eisenberg. He's a barber. He learns the entire day, and at night he goes around from house to house giving haircuts. You make a parnasa. Hanu dikuloi. Daisi dikuloi ha? If you?
You're supposed to help them to be able to learn.
100%. Should be able to. People help all the time. They send in for the koilel guys. Give out. I'm just saying it shouldn't be taboo. Guy has a bike, electric bike, goes from house to this, does private haircuts, same price as a regular place, and Shalom Yisrael. Hanu dikuloi daisi dikuloi bava. So there were people selling baskets. Today's sugya big into the baskets. Here's story number one with the basket. They were selling baskets. They came into Bavel, not to the country Bavel, but to the city Bavel, because they're already in Bavel. Also, but in most of the Kamakvi Lavai, yeah, New York. There's New York within New York, Manhattan within New York. So the people from the city come and they say, no selling baskets here. Go home. Also, the Kamei Ravina. There are a lot of people that come to this marketplace from all over the world. So you don't have full bylaws, full monopoly on the people over here. If they were only the people from your city, you're right, you could kick them out. But these are people who come from other cities. So if people are coming from other cities to buy, so people from other cities could come to sell, even to the people from your city. And that's only on the special day of the market, the Mondays, the Thursdays, whenever the market was. But if it's not that day, you're not allowed to do it. Even on the market day, it's only at the time of selling during the shuk. But to go around and sell door to door, that you cannot do. I usually don't say these kind of divrei Torah. There's a little bit of a chassid shavart here, but I want to play a game with the olam. I want the olam to guess who said this divrei Torah. Okay, I'm going to give you 4 options. 2 of them are Litvish, 2 of them are Shikach Siddish. What are you already thinking? Next. The Vilna Gaon. No, so here are the 4 things. I'm going to say it. You'll tell me, guys, the halavai. So the Belzerov, the Marsha, the Miketcher Rebbe, or the Chavetz Chaim. You hear them? Belzerov, Marsha, Miketcher Rebbe, or the Chavetz Chaim. He says like this. Hana dikuloi da'isei dikuloi lebavel. Oh, Omar Lahu, you see this? So this guy comes in. Omar Lahu, no, it starts like this. Hana dikuloi da'isei, we're starting, I'm going back just for 2 seconds for the game. Hana dikuloi da'isei dikuloi lebavel. This guy, this neshama comes in from Olam HaEmes. Also, the Yetzer Hara starts messing with him, doesn't allow him to do what he needs to do. Also, the Kamei Ravina, so he goes to like a yeshiva, to a Rav. You're coming from Olam HaEmes, you gotta take care of your Olam HaEmes things here. Now, when you want to go work, yeah, you have to go make a parnasa, but only in the time of the shuk. Even when you go to work, you have certain hours of the shuk, but doesn't mean that you should work 14 hours a day. You say Chavetz Chaim. You say you get taking away from the guy with the logo. Minkat Cherov, Belze, or the Marsha. Huh? Most people say that was the Chavetz Chaim. Interesting.
He has a Mishalom of Talmud Torah. He has a whole sefer on this.
Okay, fine.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. No.
Benny, you tell him who it is.
Is it the guy with the Leo or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that was right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Fine. Next. How did I right? No, I said it only. I tried that last night and nobody guessed me.
Come on, it's obvious.
Now it's obvious because you're used to these things already. How did I right?
If it's someone else, then it could be. Yeah.
But it's even better now. I feel much better because he thought it's me, and then he had charot. He said, "No, such a gewaldige pshat must be the Chavetz Chaim."
In his book.
Hana Amiroi. There's Tanaim and there's Amiroi. Hana Amiroi, the Aisi Amr Lepum Naro. Oh, that can't be the pshat. Amiroi over here means with an ayin. It means wool. They were selling wool. The Aisi Amr Lepum Nahara. They brought the wool to a city called Pum Nahara. The people said, "Get out of here." Also, they came in the Rav Kana. They come to Rav Kana. You cannot sell here. Leave. We sold yesterday on credit. A lot of people owe us money. If we go home, we'll never get paid. And we have another problem. We don't have any money. We ran out of money. There's a problem. Okay, so sell a little bit, enough to buy a little bread and butter, whatever it is. Until you get your credit, yours, and then you go home. Rabbi Isai, one of the saddest stories in Shas, Rav Dimi min Hardo, I see Groigos Bismina. Rav Dimi, he brought dried figs on a ship. Omar leirish gulusa l'rava. So Rish Golos hears that he's here, Rav Dimi. We got to check this out. Poik Chazi, I need you to check him out. Is he Talmud Chacham or not? Big nafkimin. If he's Talmud Chacham, we could give him a special treatment by the market. Nobody could sell, only him. And everybody will buy from him. He'll get done real quick, go to the Beis Medrash and learn. You'll hold up the market. Okay, you know what? Rava tells Ravada, he delegated to somebody else. Ravada Baraba, you go check him out. Poik Tilei, Poik Tehele, Bikankane, go check out this vessel. Does it contain anything? Nova Gozal. He went. Boy Minay, and he asked him this following question. Pil Shibolo Kfifa Mitris. An elephant who swallowed a basket, another mice with a basket, Vehekia Derech Beisarei, and it came out the other side whole as a basket. Mao, is it Mekabel Tuma or not? Lamaisa, how do you draw something like this?
You don't.
You don't. I do. Live demonstration. Here goes. This is a porta potty. Oh. No sound. No sound is no good.
You don't want sound.
I think you do. Lo have it. Okay. It's just pushing the thing. Because what happened was, a guy came over to me and said, I have it on video last week. I think I said this already. He said he came to the shir, Hasidic guy. I came to the shir because he sholent chibuda de Rav Nosson. I stopped showing it already because people said they wrote from Stamford Hill they're going to leave the shir because we showed chibuda de Rav Nosson. Maybe it was a joke. I don't remember anymore. This guy came to the shir, so you never know who's. Maybe we'll pick up 2 or 3 people, huh? You might lose some. You might gain more. Who knows? Let have it be other. He didn't know. He didn't know the answer. So Nachamal. By the way, Taisa says, but this doesn't work so well for the cartoon. But Taisa says that the elephant, if the elephant eats a whole basket and a whole basket comes out, there's no question that it's Mikabel Tuma. It's a klal made out of wood. It's Mikabel Tuma. Nothing happened. And we know, me and Mendy, you also know, because you're elephants. They eat 140 kilo worth of food. I think I forgot the percentage. Like 80% of it comes out almost whole. Just they don't even digest it. So why shouldn't it be Mikabel Tuma, says Taisa? So what happened was, Taisa says he ate a bunch of branches and it came out in a shape of a basket. Is that Mikabel Tuma? The question is, how did Rav Dimi not know this? I mean, first of all, forget that he didn't know it. But what was the tain against him? Because the Gemara itself doesn't know the answer. The Gemara asked this question, what's the halakha? And the Gemara doesn't know. So Taisa says, because Rav Dimi should have said, there's a tzad like this and a tzad like that. To say I don't know means that you really don't know and you're not aware of that Gemara. Omelei mar niu Rava. So Rav Dimi tells Ravada, are you Rava? Like he never saw a picture of Rava. And somebody just asked him a good kasha. He figured, okay, I'm here in this city that Rava lives. Maybe he's Rava. Says the Gemara, Tovach le b'sandole. He hit him on the shoe. Yeah? Hit him on the shoe, like it's a lashon of Zayin. What? No, that was the shaila. Is it a kliglam? But on the second shot, right?
As a joke.
Yeah, that is a joke. Like it's a bezoy. It's like going like this to your friend. Yeah, right. But you don't do this to Rava. You don't do this to Rosh Hashiva. He gave him a zetz on his shoe. Right. Right. Rav Ada gave Rav Dimi a whack on his shoe. He stepped on his shoe. Omelei, you think I'm Rava? Ben di dila Rava, iko tuva. There's a lot of madregas between me and Rava. In other words, Rava is greater than me. Miu al karchach. Obviously, I know Rabbi. I'm your Rebbe. You don't know how to answer this question. I'm your Rebbe. Virava, Rabbi the Rabbi, and Rava is the Rebbe of your Rebbe. I'm your Rebbe, and Rava is my Rebbe. So Rava is your grandfather Rebbe. I thought it was unbelievable. If you look over here, Daf Chof Aleph Amud Aleph, I think everybody should turn there because this is going to mamash shake you up. It's mamash just one daf before. One daf before. Yeah. It's a bezoyin. Yeah, there. Schok bezoyin, same like that. Look at this. 7 lines from the bottom. 7 lines from the bottom. Vomarova. Haimakri Yinuki Degoris. We had the sugi yesterday. This Chof Aleph Amud Aleph. This Rebbe, Rava says, this Rebbe that teaches Vikachrina Degoris Feminine is someone that teaches much more than him. He does Chumash Breishis in 1 year. And he does Chumash Breishis and Shmois. Loi misalkinale, you don't get rid of him. Dimasa that Drushule, maybe he'll become a Bagaiva and he himself will become weak. Rav Dimi min Ardomar. This is our Rav Dimi. Kolchkein the Garstve. Of course, no, it's much better. Get rid of him. Get rid of the first guy, it's not so good. Get the second Rebbe. Look what it says next to Kolchkein. There's a shin. We paskin like Rav Dimi over Rava. That was yesterday. Keep on going. 5 lines from the bottom. Vama Rava, Hani Trey married, got died of the game. 2 Rebbes. Chad Gores v'lei dari, Chad Gores v'lei dari v'lei Gores. My Sfina, there's the beginning of that sugya where Yoav made a mistake. And he says, Shabeshtem v'lei nafka, everything gets ironed out by itself. Rav Dimi v'nardo amar, he argues on Rava. My Sfina in the dari v'lei Gores, again, we passing on Rav Dimi in two fights. Rav Dimi against Rava, we passing on like Rav Dimi. So what I'm trying to tell you is, Rav Dimi is not a Katlakanya. He's not he didn't know, and I'm much greater than you. He beat the grandfather Rebbe in 2, not stam, 1 daf ago. They didn't wait for him. They said, no, you're not Talmid Chacham, we're not gonna stop the shuk for you. Pasud Gregor's the day, so he lost out all his zchira, his merchandise spoiled. Also coming to Rav Yosef. So he goes to Rav Yosef. L'chayr, this is Rav Yosef. Rav is Rebbe. So this is the great-grandfather Rebbe. Omar le'ei, chazim mar ma'ay avduli. Look what Rav did to me. Look what the Yitamidim did to me. Because of them, I don't have dried figs. Omar le'ei. So Rav Yosef cursed Rav Ada bar Hava. He said, Mandeloi shayeloi nisa the Malka Edom. The one who didn't wait for the humiliation of the king of Edom. He's not going to wait for your bizayin. Whoever's mevayish you is going to get paid. I'll forgive them for 3 things. On the 4th thing, not. They took the non-Jewish king, Edom, burnt him to ashes. It's mamish the biggest bizayin you could do. Burn a person into ashes, take the ashes and spread it in paint, put it in paint and paint it on a wall. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu paid him for that. Why? Maybe because he's a king. Somebody in the koil told me that there are those who want to say from here that even if you find, let's say, a terrorist, you're not allowed to disgrace the body, you're not allowed to paint his body with pork blood. Because they hold that if you put blood of the pig on, they don't go and do whatever. So maybe you do that, discourage them. No, it's also from it. I said, no. Over it says Melech. Melech Edom is a special thing about a king. HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Melucha to somebody, so maybe on that he's makmin, maybe not on a cockroach that's a terrorist. Noch nafshe the Rav Ada bar Hava, because of this curse, I don't know because of this curse, but what happened was, Rav Ada bar Hava was nifter. Says the Gemara of Yosef Omar, Rav Yosef said, I know anishte, it's because of me, I know that Yosef. I cursed him. Rav Dimi Nardo Amar, and Rav Dimi says, "Ano anishte." So there's going to be a few machlokes here. Who killed him? Rav Dimi says, "I did. I cursed him." Rav Dimi Nardo Amar, "Ano anishte." The absolute greatest didi. I was upset that my dry figs went. So there was a true story. A bunch of Hasidim were sitting around. And this chassid said, you know how great my Rebbe is? My Rebbe is so great. Once this guy said something bad about my Rebbe, and within a few days, the guy dropped dead. Not only did he drop dead, his wife dropped dead, and all his children, the whole thing had a fire. The other guy says, that's nothing. My Rebbe, one guy even thought about making fun of him. He just thought of machshava, and they all dropped dead. The Shabina Rav walked by and heard him speaking. He said, you know, I want to point out a Taisus to you. In Bava Basra, Daf Chav Beis Amud Aleph. When Rav Yosef says, I killed him, he wasn't showing off. He wasn't saying, oh, I killed him. He says, I'm in big trouble. Because of me, somebody died. I'm not going to see the Shechina. If you cause somebody to die, you can't go in the mechitza of the Shechina. So each one was worried. They're not showing off. They're worried here. What should I do? How do I do tshuva? So don't sit there and show off. Your Rebbe killed the whole mishpacha. That means he won't see the Shechina. The opposite. My Rebbe didn't kill a mishpacha. My Rebbe heard that he was insulted, and he's meichel them. That's better. Okay?
I understand how long did they make him wait? The fig shouldn't have gone bad. It dried figs. The whole point.
No, you missed the market. You missed the market. That's it.
He was mafsid. He ruined it. He ruined it.
Yeah.
The whole point is that it's calculated. He says.
Yeah.
It's dry.
I don't know. It's good shaila. It's one of these things that happened. I don't know.
How these things? That's the whole point.
Maybe it was a once-a-year market. I don't know. I don't know. I hear. Whatever the story is, it was in the scalp. That's the story. How? I don't know.
So I said, well, did you wrong? They acted off the halacha. If the halacha is you're not knocking the shore. They tested him.
But he was a Talmud Chacham. Look, he beat Rav and the competition.
What did they do wrong?
Failed the test.
What?
What did they do wrong? They went to check him out.
No, he's mevayishim. Mevayishim stepped on a shoe. He said, "I'm your Rebbe. Be nichna to me. My Rebbe is I'm the Rebbe of the Rebbe." He said, "Okay, so you don't open up the shuk. Let's say you don't open the shuk, but you don't have to be mevayishim on the busha. On the busha, he said, "Oinase. Oinase was the lashon." No. Rabbi Yosef said, "Lo nishai lo nisach." On that you humiliated. The fact that they didn't leave the shuk open, fine. But you don't have to humiliate a Talmud Chacham. You humiliate it. Abaye Omar no anishte. He died because of me. Domalu leRabbanon, because Ravadi used to tell all the Talmid Chachamim. Adam garmitu garmi be'Abaye. Instead of learning from Abaye, tu acholu bistro shamina. Go eat fat fleishiks. You want geschmacke raid. You want good stuff. Go to Beirava. Go to Rava. So for that he got punished. No, seriously. If I'm serious, I'm telling the Olam here. If you want to convince somebody to come to the shir, which I don't really recommend telling somebody that goes to another shir. But let's say you do, you shouldn't say, "Oh, he's better than that other Magid shir." You can't. You're not supposed to do that. Because over here, you see, Abai was upset. Whatever it was, you held that he's going too slow, he's going too fast. Whatever it was, he's like dried out bones, and Rav is much more geschmack. No, you can't do that. Rav Amar, Ano anishte. Rav says, "I killed him." So he once went to the butcher, standing in line. I need to get meat before the shamash of Rava. Why? I'm greater than him. Over here you have to say the famous Maisa from Yankel Galinsky. He went to Reb Chaim Kanievsky, and Reb Chaim Kanievsky said, "You should be zoich to finish Shas this year." So Yankel Galinsky said, "V'chein lamar." So says Yankel Galinsky, "I'm much greater than Reb Chaim Kanievsky, because Reb Chaim Kanievsky's bracha wasn't this guy but mine was." Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak, I'm greater than him. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Amar, I killed him. And here's the story. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak Reish Kalav, he was the head, he gave the shear over there, the once a year, whatever, by Yontif. Every day before you go up, he gave the shears, and maybe it's not every day. Every day before he gave the shear, Mirad Ba'adei, Ravada Barahava, L'shmaiti Vodai Lekala. It's mamish, it reminds me of me and my chavrusa, my Rebbe. Every day before I give shir, I prepare a bunch of hours and I learn with Rabbi Didia. I got to make sure. And the days, like if I'm on vacation and traveling, I can't reach him. So it's nerve-wracking. What if I make a mistake? What if this? What that? I forgot to ask him this. So this is what happened here. Obviously, Rav Nachman is Bar Yitzchak. He's Rav Nachman Bar Yitzchak. He's giving shir. But he would go over it with Rav Ado. But one day, Naktura Papa Rav Huna Bereder Rav Yeshua or Rav Ado Bar Abba. They stopped. Rav Papa and Rav Huna stopped him. And they said, they were by the siyum. So, Rav spoke, and they want to hear what Rav said. I need to point out, I have to say this to the Olam. It's incredible that there's people that sit in this room here every day, for even years, and they won't come to a siyum. They won't come to a siyum. We make a siyum, they don't show up. Why? I have no idea to this day. It's a little insulting. No, right here. No. There's people that some of them have never been to see. Some come once, they do us a favor. You're part of a chabura. You're part of the mishpacha. Come, show up. I'm just warning for Bava Basra. Prepare. We're all going to be Messiah together. Make a matzav. Be mechazik doilam. Don't be one of those. If it costs 100 shekel, I understand. A lot of people can't afford 100 shekel. They have 3 cars. They can't afford 100 shekel. So start putting away a shekel a day for the side. By the time you get to the Bava Basra, you'll have 100 shekel. It's not. Or if you take a need, we'll help out. Oh, we got to be there. You got to be there to see him. Talk to Gemara. Yeah. And by the way, I'm not going to announce it. But the siyum for Bava Basra, the official siyum, is going to be in Connecticut this year at the Shabbaton. That's exactly that Shabbos. So get ready, start putting money away for your flights. Huh?
Maybe that's why they don't come. They don't come.
Parshas Vayeshev.
So they don't come. That's the answer.
If you love MDY, like you should pay. Come. It's your mishpacha. Your brother's getting married. You wouldn't come? What do you mean you wouldn't come? What, I'm forcing you to come? How many brothers? If you have 10 brothers, you go to 10 chasidus of Nachman. You go to 10 what? Okay. Amarlo, thanks for ruining it. I thought I sold all my rooms. You just took off 100. I was listening to you now. Rav Nachman is coming. Don't worry about it. Amarlo, Hacham Rava, Hacham Rava. So he said over what's going on in brachas, in chayres, I mean. And by the way, the Belzer told me I didn't check it up yet. He says that daf in chayres, he says might be the only daf in the entire Shas that only has one man Amar in it. Usually there's a bunch of this one, Rav Papa, Rav Huna. We have every daf, right? That daf, Rava, Rava, Rava. The whole daf is about Rava. Adahachi Nogale, huh? He's right. He's asking. Adahachi Nogale Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. So it took him, he didn't go to shir. He didn't know what to do. His Chavrusa didn't show up. Get up, what are you going? We got to give shir. I'm sitting here. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the meet. I'm waiting for the funeral to come by. In other words, he must have died. He said it as a joke, in gist. If he didn't show up, he never missed. He must have died. And in fact, Rav Barava was nifter. So which one is it? It seems like that it's Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak that caused his death. The Munkatcher Rebbe says, and this is really the Munkatcher Rebbe. I hope that's somebody's phone and not somebody just whistling in middle shir. We reached Numa Dragus, Rav Isai. We were just talking about this, no? So, the Munkatcher Rebbe says because he didn't show up, so Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak didn't give shir, and he was mevatel torah the rabbim. That bitul torah the rabbim caused it. That's what he says. Okay, says the Eli Mishnah. If a person's wall was next to his friend's wall, here you have two walls. What does it say? Let's read it. Simple reading comprehension. Somebody's wall was next to his friend's wall. You shouldn't put another wall next to it. What is going on here? You already have a wall. It says you had a wall next to your friend's wall. So obviously you have to insert here that the wall fell down. So and then when you want to rebuild it, make sure, like in this picture, you have to have arba amos. Don't do one of these. Don't build it so close. You have to give it a distance. We had this in the Gemara before, but I'll remind you later on in the Gemara. Arba amos. If you have windows, you have to distance yourself 4 amos. 8 feet. Your wall has to be 8 feet above the window, below the window, we'll see.
Even if the first wall was before it was closer to our
Oh, here says the Gemara, V'kama hechi samech. How in the world did this happen? This situation, how did it happen? You have a wall, the yellowish wall is there. So how did you build a gray wall? That you want to rebuild it over there. Omer Rav Yehuda, this is what it means. Daf Beis Amud Beis. Haba lismoich. No. There wasn't another wall. You want to build, you're starting from scratch, you're doing one of these. You want to build another, you want to build a wall. There was a yellow wall, and you want to build a gray wall.
Why?
I don't know. You're asking a lot of technical questions today. How did the figs dry up, and why does he want to build?
That's a real question. But this, I don't
Because he wants to put another wall in the front, and he's going to make it a storage facility. I don't know. He wants to race dogs, and he needs a narrow path. No! I'm telling you why. I'm telling you technical. I'm not Yikasha Ma'isa. That's why. I don't know why. Bamas. I don't know why. I don't know that he wants to do it. You know why? Because he looks at his friend's wall, it's about to fall down. Let me build something strong. I don't know. There's a million reasons. Sponsor. Today, you say the sponsor, I can't. Turn to the Daf, sponsored by Live Share Community. Protecting families today before tomorrow's unexpected loss. Tomorrow. It makes no sense what you're saying. We just read in the Mishnah. It's talking about there was a wall there. Not that he started, this is not the first day he's building a wall. It says, he already had a wall and it fell down. He had a wall something like this, and it fell down. The reason why these pictures are like, very boxy and everything, imagine to do all this in one day. Yoshi did all these things from scratch. It's called SketchUp. It's a program that builds these things very, very fast, but it's not like beautiful. But it gives us a beautiful idea of what's going on in the sugya. Okay. But here's the sugya, this line right over here. My timer. What is the reason? Why can't I build next to your friend's wall less than 4 amas? When people walk in between these two walls, they compact the dirt down, and this compacting force holds up the wall. Today, there's a little machine called a compactor, and goes, and the machbesh, what is it called? Machbesh, right? And that probably does a better job than 1,000 people walking over 100 years. But in those days, they didn't have a machbesh, they didn't have a compactor, so that the guy from the Hebrew editing, he put this in. It's because right over here, on top of this hill, by the circle, on the bottom of Ayalon, there's a circle. And whoever remembers, just 6-7 years ago, it was a beautiful valley with trees and everything, and they built a mall there. So in order to build a mall, I want to say it took them over a year. They would pour out, watch it from my thing. Here's a truck on the right side, pour dirt, and then they go over and roll it over and press it down for days. Then they come with another one. It took them over a year. They put one, another one. I don't know why I never understood. Just pour concrete and shleima yisroel. No. They built it up from the valley all the way up, layer by layer, inch by inch. It was a crazy mice. Anyway, so you need the people to walk. Now the Gemara is going to ask a bunch of questions. Is it true that you need people to walk on it and step on it? Omarav. Let's go to Chesal Gina for a second. Here. Just a very rudimentary gina, right? So a guy that has a gina, so nobody can step where it says gina. Nobody can step on those vegetables. You don't need people to step on both sides. You need one side to be stepped on. So if I put my wall, my gray wall, all the way up, close to the yellow wall, people won't walk there. So now, it's nishtahin and nishtahir. You don't have people walking by the gina. You don't have people walking on the right side with the gray wall. So now you have a problem. If a guy wants to do this, the yellow wall is just a regular wall of a Chesal. If he wants to go ahead and put them together, he could do it. Why? Because people will walk on the left side. The left side of the yellow wall, everybody's walking back and forth, and that will compact the earth. Rabbi Shai Yomer, it doesn't matter. Gina, Chesal, never do it. In Balismach, you cannot build close by to another person's wall. There's no machlekes here. Habir Yishana, Habir Chadasha. Again, you see this idea, and this is the halacha. When this is an old city, so it's already compacted down, Habir Chadasha, but when it's a newer city, then I have to be concerned, and we have to be concerned for your neighbor's wall, that it should be compacted down. He relies on the people to step on it and hold up his wall. Tanan, another sugya. So we have here, beautiful stuff here. Check this out. If you're building a wall, here, you see the problem? The guy can look right into the window. So if you're building a wall, so you have to make sure that you're 4 amas down. Or I messed it up. No, I don't know. How do you do this? It's supposed to go higher. Here, hold on. And now, one click. Oh, it does. So anyways, 4 amas is the distance. The one above, the higher one, they shouldn't peek. They shouldn't stand and look. So, okay, well, I don't know if we need to show the other one. Fine. There's a Maisa Shahaya. A guy called up his neighbor and said, listen, it's not right. The way your daughters... It's fine. The neighbor calls up and says, listen, your daughters are wearing pajamas in the house and it's not sneeze. I'm not asking. They should walk around in your house like that. So now you have a A wall, you can't put a wall next to your neighbor's wall, next to your neighbor's house. Why? It's going to make it nice and dark in his house. So here's the question. All this is for the question. The point was something about darkness in a house. There was no mention at all about human beings being compactors. I thought that the issue is compacting or not compacting. Now, the nafkamina is if there's no window. If there's no window, then you could put the wall there, l'chayra. You don't have an issue of compacting, and you don't have an issue of darkness. So you could build a wall next to the other guy's wall. What?
Even if it's 4 away, you still have to worry for Zechariah. That's what the Mishnah says.
No. Even more? No, there is no. No, 4 is beseder. 4 is okay.
Not if I can see into the window.
No. So there's a 1,000-mile limit? No. It's a 4 amas. No. The limit is 4. Very simple. Perpendicular. So perpendicular, which is, I saw the Ritva ask the question, but this doesn't harm the dafsha. People could compact it up to the wall, and people will compact it from that side. My wall is not ruining your people compacting. Now, the Ritva just asked, well, people are not going to be able to walk by now. They'll go around. I mean, if it's wide open, they'll go back and forth. Fine. So he says another pshat. Vikamo. What kind of distance do you need to put between your wall and your here? This is and a window. Omar Rabbi Yevo Chamud Ashon Bar Nadbach Mishmei Rav. Kimlei Roichav Chaloin. So if you remember in the sugya of Tumah, I'll remind the Olam. Remember we had a window in the wall. And how big was the window in that sugya? 1 tefach by 1 tefach. So in other words, when we're talking about windows, the shear is 1 tefach. So, yeah. Here, you can see over here, this one. You see there's a tefach distance between the wall. Should I zoom in? Right over here. That's how far away you're going to the window. Says the Gemara, but what about this guy right over here? Ooh, how did he end up over there? No, seriously. Oh, here. The guy could stand on the wall and peek. Omar Zvid, b'madiris koisloi. It's more like, let me see if I can find him here, like this. The wall's on a slope. So if the wall's on a slope, you see how many of these pictures Yoshi did in one day? I'm serious. It's good stuff. It's not the most, well?
It's from Hashem, because they're talking about sloped roofs in Trump. But they couldn't put Secret Service guys up there because the roof was sloped.
Yeah, but the guy himself was up there. Kasha for Maisa. B'madis koisloi. Mamish kiss from Hashem. It was sloped. And sloped things, people usually fall off. That's why his aim was off. But not arba amos. And there, I mean, if you're talking about Hashgacha Pratis, whether you like Trump or you're not, even if you hate Trump, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, this man is going to stay alive. I have one of those guns, AR-15. I never went to school to shoot. It's impossible. If you have a scope, it's impossible to miss. I'm telling you right now, I went to the range. 150 yards away, every shaita, the guy, one of the biggest snipers said, every shaita in the army who's there for 9 days makes this shot easily. It's you get bullseye every single time. That's what an AR-15. It's very, very sturdy. It's not a handgun. It's sturdy. Boom, boom, boom. So the fact that it didn't hit him and hit his ear, just Hashgacha Pratis, whatever. Whether you hate, even you hate him, it could be the biggest thing. Hashem said, not today. But not Arba Amos. Arba Amos, we learned about 4 Amos. What's this 1 tefach? Leikashu kamiruach achas kamishte ruchois. Rabbi say, check this out. When you have 1 wall, it's a tefach. But when you have 2 walls, look what he's doing to the ear, to the light. It's suffocating the light. No good. Toshma v'sakoisel min ha'meschila arba amos. You put the wall away from the gutter in New York. They call it a gutter. Arba amos. You have to distance yourself from the gutter 4 amos. Kadei sheyeh zoykef es hasulam. Oh, here's my sulam here. Do me a favor. Give me this ladder, please. Push the table that way. No, push your table. Yeah, I'll do. Just pull it out right over here. We have a ladder for it. This is why we had the ladder. Finally. This is when a ladder, if you didn't know, has to go on an angle. And if you put it straight, you go like that, it's very hard to climb up. If maybe even impossible. So you need a little bit of a angle. How much? Here we even have a picture. You need 4 amas to make that angle. There's no mention of people compacting the dirt. It talks about a ladder. Says the Gemara, we're just going to finish this and we'll dive in Shachar. We're talking about a trump roof. The roof was on an angle. So therefore what? If you're worried about people stepping, I missed the word? Oh. I don't have that word. No. He is walking underneath the overhang. So you need another 4 amas. You need 4 amas for the ladder that goes from the gutter to the wall. You need 4 amas. What are you worried about? People compacting the dirt? That's a different 4 amas. That's further in. That the people will do. I'm concerned about ladder. Ladder, give me another 4 amas so it could go on an angle. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day.